Hey there, I just want to say yoga can be for everyone. However, it is your responsibility to determine if you are ready and able to perform this workout video. If you or a family member have a history of heart disease, high blood pressure, or are obese with any physical or medical condition that could be aggravated by a physical activity, please consult a physician before proceeding. If you are pregnant, also consider consulting a physician. If you have any history of injury such as neck, back, shoulder, or knee, please proceed with caution and stop immediately if you feel any pain, lightheadedness, or nausea. The user assumes all risks. Thanks, and I'll see you on the mat. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Connection Yoga as we continue to break down the yoga poses of the world. My name is Kat, and I am super excited to break down today seated tree, or that's what I call it, plus some variations. So it's going to be super exciting. It's a step up of our moves, or a recent pose breakdown of staff pose and seated forward fold. So if you haven't done that one, I highly suggest pausing the video, finding that, watching it, and then coming back. But you can also watch as well. So what we are going to do today is I'm going to demonstrate and then I'm going to break it down piece by piece so that you can do it at home alongside with me. First demonstration, seated tree with a forward fold. And then the variation we are going to talk about. So this one is westward stretching our back, and then the other one is revolved head to leg. So that is going to be a revolved pose with our legs still the same. So boom, we're gonna break those two down. First, starting with seated tree. So you're going to have a extended leg and a flexed leg. So that's how we're going to talk about these two today. One is forward, straight out of your hip bone. The other is bent in with the bottom part of the foot up against the inner part of your thigh, above your knee or close to your pubic bone, somewhere in that range, whatever feels best for you. That top of that flexed foot is going to be kind of down with a slight dorsal supination of the foot. So the top of the foot is kind of coming up, bottom of the foot down. All right, so you want the toes of the extended foot pointing up and your knee is in extension. So you're going to flex the leg to activate the muscles around the knee and up the leg that keeps it in place. So you're going to flex both feet actually, okay? Flexing both of them protects the top knee, that's an extension, but also our flexed knee here, okay? And of course, if you feel any stretching around this joint sensation, you might want to come out or bring your foot forward a little bit more, okay? So front toes pointed up, so you might have to use your thigh muscles to not only extend that knee, but fight gravity to keep that leg up, just like in seated forward fold. All right, so your calf and your hamstring muscles are lengthening and isolated by having just one leg forward and one leg bent, okay? So next, as you descend forward, we are isolating the SI joint of the one leg that is extended so that it can start to, it's called nutation, but essentially it's starting to fall forward so that it can relax and reset in a way. All right, so that is happening as this hip is flexing, okay? And what you need to do now with the chest is to keep it square as you descend forward, keeping that spine extended, lengthening as we lean forward. So it's not just a hunchback of Notre Dame over here, like boom, okay? That's not reaching the full depths that this pose can. When you sit tall, shoulders over hips, and then keep that length as you descend forward, you're protecting so much and activating so much more. So we're keeping the spine long, and we are facilitating the distribution all the way out through the spine with the abs and the chest rotating to the leg. All right, also we are going to use our obliques here, so our side muscles, because we do have a slight natural tendency to probably open over the bent legs. So we got to use our side obliques here to pull us square and to help that extension forward, as well as our front abs and hip flexors. All right, so as we lean forward, our lat muscles in our back get to extend around as our top of our spine and the muscles alongside it, our rhomboids and extensors, they get to lengthen forward as we lean forward. And that's pretty much about it. So you want your head to bow naturally, staying in neutral extension or gazing forward, whatever serves your neck best, okay? So keeping that length as you forward fold. If this leg is super tight and short, you have the option to bring a block underneath and bend that knee so that you can access the back of that leg a little safer, okay? So that's just one option. As in the other pose, you can put the block under your hips and lift yourself up and assist a little bit with that tilt so that we can access that back of the leg a little bit more, okay? These are just options. You can use towels, blankets, pillows, whatever, under your leg as props. It's just whatever is available and serves you will work, I promise. So, next, we're gonna talk about breath real quick. Oh, hi. Okay, so breath can pull us deeper into this pose, and it will help us keep our mind in check, making sure that we're focusing on extending throughout the leg and the body, and not just piece by piece. And that is our breath. So we're going to draw the breath in, fill the ribs, the lungs, and extend the spine. And exhale, start to lean forward, walking forward to our edge. So when we emphasize the action of the exhalation, it deepens our flexion at the hip, whereas the action of our inhalation assists in extending this upper spine. So start the breath at the belly and fill up through the ribs to do this. All right, and of course, you can experiment the other breathing pattern for fun to see what it does, see what it feels like. So you can start to deepen the flexion, inhale, exhale, extend the spine forward. Play with those, see what the effect of breathing in reverse has in comparison to the first method. So that is breathing and just our general seated tree. You can stay up here if this is your edge, or as you fold forward. So playing with that edge, inhale, lengthen, exhale, deepen. So next we could revolve this. So instead of chest down, our chest will be opening to the side. Our left ear or extended leg ear is drawing towards the legs. So this requires both lateral extension and hip flexion. So you might feel the limitations both in your legs and your side body in this pose. But do not fret, it is okay. So arms are going both overhead to start to facilitate that position towards the leg, okay? So this might be your edge here. And then you start to pull yourself down. Maybe your underarm goes to the instep of the leg and the top arm leans over. All right? you're going to be reaching for that foot, but you don't want that shoulder to just dump down to gravity. We're going to be fighting it to keep the chest open. Okay, so extending out the ribs. And to keep that arm there without falling into gravity, you're going to use your rotator cuff, which is the front, and your teres major to extend and open. So extending that side body through the shoulder socket and open. Okay? Use your tricep to extend at the elbow, gaze at the floor, or maybe to the sky, helping to assist with that opening with the chest as you descend. And again, pay attention to the breath here. As we bend over the one side body, we are decreasing some of that space potential. So just check in with yourself. Notice, can I breathe here? What does my breath feel like? So many actions of experiential awareness and focus that we can use regarding our breath in the pose to make sure that we're safe and we're activating appropriately. So that's breath. That's these two poses. Again, bring in the blocks if you need it, and don't worry if you can't reach that foot. All right, I am more flexible than most people, and it takes some work. So if you don't really feel this, if this isn't your jam, that's okay. There are other side body stretches that you can use to access those muscles, and then eventually bring it back and add it into this pose, keeping it at regular seated tree. So that's it. That is our pose for the day. I hope you learned something. Hope you enjoyed it. Embody the tree of your choice for the day. Otherwise, if you have comments, questions, concerns, put them below. I will happily respond. Give me a like, subscribe. Otherwise, have a beautiful day, and namaste.